Welcome to a goddess guidance meditation. I am Kisha Lee, the psychic yogi, your hostess. And this goddess guidance meditation comes from a very powerful goddess, Isis. And her message is one of a past life. Now, this can include a past life in regards to the reincarnation of your soul this lifetime. So maybe you're bringing forth some energy from a past life that you've experienced. I know sometimes when we have ideas of past lives, we may think of it could vary, negative experiences, but also positive experiences. And a past life can also be based on your lineage and your ancestry. And we call that epigenetics in science, right? Your DNA being able to pass and transmit information from one generation to the next. However, a past life can also just be the things that you've experienced in the past, this life. So it says this situation involves your past life memories. And so the goddess Isis is an Egyptian high priestess moon goddess and is regarded as one of the most important ancient deities because of her many functions and her vivid history, or herstory, shall we say. She's simultaneously motherly and businesslike. So she's feminine and ultra strong. She also helps us to connect with the divine magic within us, as well as alchemy. And we can call upon her, or just that essence that is within us, what we are may inspire to be, for assistance in many areas, including help with past life memories. So I find that to be a beautiful message because it just allows us an opportunity to check in and see what baggage, what thoughts, what imprinting, what beliefs we may still be carrying with us into our future. And it just allows us to release, relax as we relate, and let them go so that we can experience the freedom of our soul's desires. So, with that being said, go ahead and take a nice deep breath into the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Repeating that cycle of breathing a couple more times, inhaling through the nose, releasing an audible sigh out through the mouth. Allowing yourself just to continue that style of breathing. Gently closing your eyes if you have not done so already. And eventually bringing the lips together, slowly breathing in and out through the nose, seeing if you can just slow the breath down. Allowing each inhale to lengthen, allowing each exhale to deepen. Consciously settling into your space, noticing the space that you're in. As you begin to set everything else aside, allowing everything outside of you to be just that. Shifting your focus within. Scanning your body slowly, intentionally from the head down to your toes, starting at your crown, allowing your head to be held high, lifting up and extending through the spine. As the breath continues to lengthen and deepen through the body, feeling this wave of energy flowing through you. Beautiful life force energy. And just softening the crown of your head, relaxing the space between the brows. Maybe shifting your focus, your awareness to the space just behind the eyes. Settling in there. Noticing the quality of your breath as it ebbs and flows in and out through your nose. Relaxing your jaw, cheeks, soften. Maybe your head shifts back just a little. The neck and the throat begin to relax. You allow your shoulders to drop and fall away from the ears. Sense of relaxation. Flowing across the shoulder blade, collarbones, to the shoulders, to your triceps, biceps, elbows, forearms, your wrists, back of the hand, pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumbs, all relax. Palms of your hand soften. You continue to breathe, you'll notice the rise and fall of your chest, the expansion and contraction of the ribs. Maybe you can feel what becomes so quiet that you can hear the rhythm of your heartbeat. Settling deeper into the body, allowing that space just below the ribs and the belly button to soften. Back of the body begins to relax and lengthen. Crown sitting higher, poise. As you move down past the belly button into the hips, maybe you notice your sit bones, the hips becoming heavy, grounded, the sacrum in your tailbone, and just allowing that relaxation to flow. Down through your legs, from your thighs to your knees, shins, calves, ankles, top of the feet. Each pinky toe, Each fourth toe, third toe, second toe, big toe, soles of your feet. All relax. Taking a moment to just breathe. As you bring awareness to your physical presence here in this moment. Feeling the weight of your bones and your flesh. The rhythm and sound of your heartbeat, the ebb and flow of breath. Thoughts that may flow through the mind, feelings that may move through the body. Just becoming the observer of this moment. What do you hear? What might you see within the mind's eye? What might you smell, taste, feel, sense? And as you gather all of that awareness, give yourself permission to tidy up your energy, to release and send all of those things down past the bed or couch, chair you may be resting upon, feeling yourself anchoring down into the earth. All of those thoughts, feelings, sensations, observations, just flowing down into the earth. And they can move fast, they can move slow, they can move at any rate. Maybe you see it as colors, pictures, patterns in the mind's eye. Give yourself permission to just let go. Gathering all the moments of your day or your evening. Gathering all the moments of week, the month, season, the year. All of the moments. That you would like to gather from experiences this lifetime, past or present. Sending it down deep to the center of Mother Earth. Returning all of that energy to its original sender, its beholder, transmuting all of its roots, lightening its depth, so that you can feel lighter, freer, or present in this moment. There's no need to overthink or overanalyze. Just consciously noticing what comes up for you. And as you allow that to happen, the organic resurrection of that which is ready to be released. Starts dissolving slowly, softly, maybe quickly. It's like becomes effervescent and simply dissipates. You don't have to worry about where it came from or where it's going. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Just breathe. See your awareness, your roots. The journey of your soul extends far beyond the reaches of time. Not only are these roots strong, they are deep and wide. Feel yourself rooting down deep and wide into the earth. As you begin to grow these roots, deepening your stability, sense of safety, security, abundance, creativity, expansiveness, you may find that there are roots that no longer serve you, seeds that have planted that never bloom, the things that are decaying, ready to be uprooted and released. Giving you the space, the opportunity to expand greater in your potential, your presence, your purpose, your breath. Time to unearth and to uproot that which is no longer growing. Just as you are tending to a beautiful garden, that garden of life, of your life. Taking a moment to just check in. What is outdated? What have you outgrown? What feels old, stuck, stagnant? Just become aware of those situations, experiences, people, relationships, places, habits. You can't take everything with you in this new path. So make sure that you pack light and allow yourself to take only what is necessary, what is truly needed, what you value on this new growth path. You've gathered all the lessons learned in a beautiful bouquet through trials, tribulations, challenges. As you gather these lessons, you begin to see the beauty of these experiences, the fragrance that's left upon you. Like all things in cyclical nature, there is a season, there is a reason. Some things grow through all seasons, and some have a short season all their own. What is it that you are still carrying? That has been antiquated. It's just been sitting there on the shelf the years past. That has been collecting dust. That is no longer useful. Allow those things to be revealed. So that you may move forward with confidence. That sage wisdom is behind you. You are to invoke the power of your imagination. And you believe in the reincarnation of your soul's journey through time, space, dimensions, reality. Maybe you begin to take a little mental trip down memory lane, memory of your soul. Heading back to the past and just becoming curious, open-minded of any lessons that need to be closed and completed. Any karmic relationships, situations, lessons that are ready to come to a close. Maybe you see imagery showing up on a screen as if you're watching a TV show or a movie. Maybe you just know, maybe you just hear, maybe you just sense, feel the story that is happening from this past life. And the intention is to gain insight, wisdom, knowledge, awareness, so that those things can be transmuted and alchemized to serve your highest self now. Sending you on a more opportune timeline. Maybe you follow and see where that goes. You see, the imagination is a vehicle in which we ride back to our past. Curiosity allowing us to stay open-minded. But also, together, imagination and creativity can help us propel forward. Most innovations, creations happen simply through curiosity and imagination. So we can use those innate qualities, some that have been suppressed since we were younger, to help us shift our perspective, seeing things differently, seeing things clearly, and creating a new, updated version for our vision, for our intentions, for our desires. Moments where you may find yourself in fear or anxious, sadness, uncertainty, ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is this mine? Is this from present time? Or is this patterning, energy, revealing itself from my past? Things that have been indoctrinated, things that have been taken on as truth, stories that have been written for you, about you, around you. But you don't have to own them. You don't have to play the role. You don't have to be the main character in those stories. They do not serve you. You have the power to recreate, power to rewrite, power to restore, using the power and the gifts, the imagination, the curiosity, present time, desires and yearnings to propel you forward in the direction of your dreams. As you breathe in and out, allowing these thoughts, allowing these feelings, allowing these senses to guide you. What is ready to be released? What have you gained from those experiences? And allowing those things to become stepping stones in the foundation and creating your new path. Moving freer, moving lighter, more intentionally, instinctively, towards a direction that serves your highest good. There is no right or wrong way to do things. It's simply your perception that says so. But when you draw forth power and strength, the wisdom and clarity of what you have experienced, you remember, you remind yourself who you are here and now. Therein lies your true self. She can turn towards the past and say, no more. She can turn towards the past and say, yes, I am that. It's simply her free will that dictates what she releases, what she gathers, what she wants to do with it in this moment. And from there, she becomes a creator, storyteller, the author of her own story. Breathing in, breathing out. Are there stories that need to be rewritten? Chapters that need to be updated? Maybe the whole book needs to become a new edition. You are the keeper of your story. Only you know all the characters, all the scenarios, the script, plot twists, main characters, you, supporting characters, can be close family, friends. Maybe there's a villain, an antagonist. But how do you choose your story to be told? Free will, ability to shift your perspective, so much influence. Over the impact, significance, that which you have experienced, the good and the bad, sometimes the ugly too. That is where your beauty lies. In your power, in your mind, your creativity. How do you choose to see yourself moving forward? What role are you playing? How is that being styled? How is that being performed, expressed, created? How can you show up as main character, future version of yourself? One step, one breath, one conscious thought, one feeling at a time. And on your next breath, just feeling yourself coming back. Slowly and gently, bringing some movement to your beautiful body. This divine instrument of wisdom, insight, intelligence. And taking another deep breath, allowing that movement to expand throughout the entire body. Whatever way feels good to you. Maybe it's a nice stretch or giving yourself a hug. You can place a hand on the heart space, your belly, your low belly, and giving yourself gratitude for the woman that you are here now. The divine feminine expression above and below embodied in you here now. All the wisdom that she has brought forth, the gifts, talents, blessings, smarts, creativity, the fruitfulness, all of her strengths coming through you right now, from all time and space, from all ancestral lineage, all held within you now. And what you do with it is up to you. Have fun, be playful, be creative, dream big. Do what sets your heart on fire. Allow the yearnings, the deepest desires to come through, that you may fulfill not only whatever your life purpose is, whether you know what it is or not, but just to live a life that is emotionally fulfilling, deeply soulful, passionate, and prosperous. And so it is. Mm. Ah, well, that's nice. I feel like I needed that today. Alrighty, so let's see. Collective message. Mm-mm-mm. Alright, so today's goddess guidance is Isis. Her message of a past life says this situation involves your past life memories. And what comes to me is actually that book, The Body Keeps the Score. But a score of what? What records? What experiences are you still holding on to that are outdated, that are just old? How can you be revolutionary in acknowledging that those beliefs, those experiences um, may no longer serve you, and giving yourself full permission to be a little rebellious, and also authentic in what it is that you desire. Um, from the deepest yearnings and listening to the deepest parts of yourself, because that's really going to be the guidance that you need in moving forward with clarity. The opinions of others, the propaganda, the the expectations of others, and that's just how we do things. This is tradition. This is, blah 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 blah. Some of those things can be very endearing, and it can help us to know where we're coming from, where we've come from, where we've been. But also, sometimes history repeats itself because we just didn't learn the damn lesson and we didn't decide that we wanted more for ourselves. It's simple, right? And so, just with that awareness of, I want more for myself, okay, that right there can begin to shift and start to generate um, new ideas. It can start to magnetize new opportunities. You just have to give yourself permission first, right? By stating, declaring that you want more for yourself. Others may have experienced certain things, certain hardships, but that doesn't mean it's your responsibility to bear the weight of that and to owe them your free will by bending and pleasing them to help, soften any guilt or shame or poverty consciousness, their struggles. You can acknowledge them with compassion and say, cool, I understand that that is part of my lineage, my heritage, maybe, and especially on the maternal side, and say, but you know what? I feel that. And here's what I'm going to do with that. And then take that as inspiration. Use the wisdom that you've gained as the woman that you are now, the person you've become now, and say, with this awareness of who I am now and the compassion for what my ancestry has been through, this is how I want to now move forward. And I think that will help you to experience more freedom, more purpose in what you stand for, but also where you're going.